Hey you guys, it's me Kianna coming at you today, and I'm coming at you with a cooking video, as you can see. And I am going to be fixing you stir-fried shrimp. So you're going to of course need several different ingredients. One being obvious, you're going to need shrimp. And what I did was I purchased this bag of shrimp in my local, excuse me, that was some of the juice. I purchased some bag shrimp, but you can purchase whatever kind of shrimp you like. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, the pan is nice and hot and it's waiting for us. So we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp, and then as I go along, I'm going to tell you what we're going to use. Now you're going to need several different vegetables. And you're going to also need some shiitake noodles. Now, shiitake noodles, you guys, if you don't know, is a very low-cal, almost no-cal actually, very low-cal, no-carb product. Okay, so you're going to use those, and they often call it the miracle noodle. Okay, I'll give you some fun facts on that right in the corner, so you guys can actually look for those. Now they actually sell them in your local food market, but they used to actually only sell them in Asian markets. So we're going to hurry up and take these shrimps out because we don't want them to overcook, you guys. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out in a second, because once they actually turn pink, they are done. Alright, and so basically these are already done, you guys. I always let it turn just a little pink, and some are still translucent. Why do I do that? Because I want to cook it a little bit more when I have my vegetables and my sauce. Okay? So we're going to take those shrimps out, and then we're going to start preparing our veggies. Okay? Alright, so I have my shrimp already put aside, and we're going to start preparing our veggies. I'll tell you what I'm adding as I'm going along, you guys. That is just simply a little bit of pure sesame oil. Okay, so I'm using that, and we're going to add some vegetables, you guys. Alright, so I have some mushrooms, some onion, some diced up and shredded carrots. I also have some red, green, and yellow peppers. So we're going to go ahead and add those items, you guys. The beauty of a stir fry, you guys, is that you can actually add anything you like. So there is no right or wrong way of doing it. I have some yellow peppers, and I also have some green peppers. And we're going to go ahead and season that, you guys. We're going to add some garlic. We're going to add some black pepper. And that's what I'm actually adding right now, you guys. I'm adding my black pepper. I'm going to add some salt. And I'm going to add some minced garlic. Now you can use fresh garlic, but it's more convenient for me to use some minced garlic. So that's what I'm going to use. And garlic is very good for you guys. It has a lot of health benefits. I'll put some facts in the corner about that as well. So you're going to basically saute this until you get it to the tenderness that you actually desire. As for me, I don't like my vegetables too al dente, I would say. I actually like my vegetables a little bit limp. Now, when you're doing that, you're cooking out a lot of the nutrients. But that's just how I like my vegetables. I don't like, you know, them to be all the way crisp. So what I do is to add less oil, because a lot of people add a lot of oils to their stir fries. What I do is to add less oil, I add a little bit of water. And that's what I'm about to do. What I'm going to do is also add a little bit of this shredded coleslaw. And this is a really great way to cheat when you are making anything that needs cabbage in it, because cabbage is nothing but coleslaw. Coleslaw is cabbage. So a good way to cheat is to buy it in a coleslaw bag, and it's already shredded, and you usually can get it on sale for probably about 99 cents. The most you'll pay is $2 to $3, which is $1.50 a piece. So that's not a bad price at all. Also, when you're dealing with, you know you're going to put a sauce on something, you want to also make sure that you use minimum salt. Why? Because the sauce is going to have salt in it as well. So it's always best to undersalt rather than oversalt. As you can see, I use nothing but a little bit of sesame oil, and this is coming along just fine. Now while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of water into that. And that's going to do, basically, that's going to steam it a little bit. And rather than having to add, you know, extra oils, if you do it this way, you're not using any trans fats, you're not using any extra fats, and you're basically letting the vegetables, its own water, seep out and aid you in the cooking process. So while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and show you the shiitake noodles. Now this is what they look like, you guys, once you already had basically rinsed them off and boiled them for a few minutes in a pot. But I'm going to show you also what they look like when you purchase the package. Again, you can get this down in your tofu area out of your local food market, but they also have it at Asian food markets. Now I'm going to give you some nutritional facts about that while that's cooking. But the shiitake noodles, you guys, either you like them or you don't. There's something that, yeah, people wind up either liking or not. So they are a tofu base. They are gluten-free. They're no cholesterol or no sugar. They are vegan, and they're also guilt-free, which is always good. They have 20 calories and they have 3 carbs. So when I said they have 0 carbs, they actually have 3 carbs. However, you are to subtract, when you're dealing with carbs, your fiber. So it has actually 3 carbs of fiber. So therefore you have 0 net carbs. And it's 20 calories per serving. And in a bag it says it is 2 servings for this entire bag. And that's going to give you this amount. So you're looking at 40 calories, you guys, for this whole entire bowl of noodles. Now, once you add this with the shrimp and the veggies and the sauce, that's going to make, you know, it's going to stretch even more. And that's going to make you eat even less of the noodles. So therefore, a bag like this, which it says it serves 2 people, this will wind up probably serving 4, because we're adding all of these loads of vegetables and we're also adding the shrimp. Now, the great thing about these shiitake noodles is, in comparison to regular spaghetti noodles, you're looking at a drop of like 90% in carbs, if not basically 100% in carbs. And you're looking at about a 90% drop in calories. So if you're looking to cut calories and carbs, the shiitake noodles is something that you definitely want to try. And whether you like it or not, whether you decide that it's not for you, it's always worth a shot, especially when they're only like $1.50 or under a bag. So it's a win-win situation. I find it one of Asians, one of their greatest secrets, in fact, because it's not like we've known about this for a long time. So I like the fact that, you know, I can have something that substitutes any meal that would call for spaghetti noodles or angel hair pasta or whatever, and I can have that. Now they also actually have other types of noodles. They have egg noodles like that. They also have angel hair pasta like that. But the point is, they have several different kinds of noodles. So look into your local food market. Experiment, you guys. Be creative. Come up with these meals. And these meals are inexpensive, you guys, because what I do is I shop on items that are on sale. You may see me eating shrimp today and the lobster tomorrow, but I'm always finding these things on sale. When I see them on sale, I jump on them. So that's how I'm able to actually eat great items, feed my family in great ways, also stick to my program, and also stick to Nene being a vegetarian. And I'm able to do so not spending a whole lot of money. So hopefully you'll find these videos somewhat helpful. And be creative. Add your own flair to them as well. So as you can see, these vegetables have been cooked down. They are al dente, but they're not to the point where they're totally limp. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. One of the tricks that I use is so that I eat less sauce. I add my sauce at the very, very end. Okay, so when all my ingredients are mixed together, that's when I add my sauce, right before I'm about to toss it and then put it on the plate. That's because I found that when I cook with sauce, the sauce draws up into the item that I'm cooking. Now, when I was eating a different kind of way, that was always a good thing, because that told me that the flavors was minced, you know, basically mixed throughout the whole meal. But I found that I still can get the flavor if I season it well, and I still can have the sauce, but just I'm cutting half of that sauce out because I'm using it at the very end. So hopefully that tip can help you as well. And it's little things like that. Little things equal big things, you guys. As I told you guys, it's not mandatory. I'm actually going to show you guys my paperwork about this, but it's not mandatory that I actually lose any weight before my surgery of December the 10th for the gastric sleeve. It's just that I just was fed up, and I wanted to, instead of wait till my tool was in place, I said, why not do it today? So that's what I've been doing, and I've been successful at it through the strength and grace of God ever since I decided to do that. So, okay, so we are 13 minutes in, and as you can see, we're going to have a great meal that will even have leftovers for tomorrow for lunch if you were trying to pack a lunch or whatever. And you can, you know, wow the whole office and have meals like this while everybody else is ordering overpriced food. You'll have homemade food. For one, you know what was in it. For two, it didn't cost you a lot of money. And for three, it's already prepared. So we're going to add our shrimp back in, and we're going to season the shrimp because we did not season them when we were cooking them. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit more seasoning to it, and then we're going to go ahead and throw our sauce. Now, at this point, you can make this and turn this meal into 3 different meals by just simply adding different sauces. Now, I have a teriyaki honey pineapple sauce that I can use. The carb count in this is 10 per 2 tablespoons, which is not that bad because, again, this is going to be several portions. So you want to break that out. Say if I was to use 4 tablespoons. Okay, that's only 20 carbs. 20 carbs is not a lot when I'm breaking this out or breaking this over like 4 different meals. So that means I'm only getting 5 carbs just from sauce. So you don't have to eliminate things out of your diet, you guys. It's just that you have to be mindful of how much you use. Try to basically outslip yourself and use it at special times or certain times. And also just don't go overboard with it. Because if you're putting something in a whole meal and you're not eating the entire big pan of food, then therefore you're not getting all those carbs at once. Alright, another sauce that I have is Hoisin sauce, and that is carbs is 15 per 2 tablespoons. But this is pretty thick, so you probably can use 2 tablespoons and add a little water, and that will be fine. You can also use soy sauce, you guys. Also, I have sweet and sour, so you can turn this into a sweet and sour dish. As far as carbs for this is only 10 carbs for 2 tablespoons. So again, this could be one meal that you make maybe 3 times a month, the same ingredients, but just changing the sauce, which changes the whole different